Technical difficulties will always happen, Nino card. Hey, yo. What's up, Papino, my man? Let me check if everything is set all right first, because there's always going to be some hassle with the settings. But I think we're good. I think. Let me just
hello.
Music.
Happy Friday.
A little bit lower. It's a bit tweaking always, but we're here. Low energy Sander, high energy Erik. This should be fun. What?
High energy. What?
Wait, oh, that was my camera. It's being low. Ah, I see.
Good.
Now it's a bit higher, so I've high energy again. Let's go. Yeah, I was just fiddling around with the settings because every time we're going back to the live stream, it's like, are the settings correct? Is it working? I don't know.
It's always a big surprise.
It's always
With
a big
such
surprise.
a professional streaming company.
Yes, definitely. Where's Calder? I need him to leak stuff. Oh, damn, no leaks today. Unless Erik is gonna be generous or I'm gonna slip something, but
I can leak stuff about the gasket mount.
Oh, what? Erik, what do you say? Gasket mount? Oh, no, wait. We have a video. Yes, and if you haven't watched it yet, then watch it after the stream, perhaps, because we're live streaming now. And it would be rude if you just watch videos, meanwhile we're live streaming, you know?
True. Hey, I was just going through Discord and checking some things, and did you know we almost have 75k members?
What?
Yeah.
I think... What was it? Like, we made the newsletter, like, previous month for the end of the year, whatever. That was like... I believe like 68,000 or something, 69,000 members.
Yeah, 69 for 20.
Insane in the membrane. How is everybody doing? Happy Friday to you. Oh, thank you, Domi. Thank you. Yeah, it's almost weekend again. I can finally have some rest. No, I will never rest. Well, Erik definitely wouldn't.
Rest for the wicked.
Rest for the wicked. Yeah, so we
a lot of things happening within Wooting, right? Especially around the 8HE and making some ad hoc changes and stuff. And it's not that, well, at the moment stuff almost changes daily, right? And still some independence here and there, and we're waiting for some samples now, and hopefully they come in next week. And yeah. And we also changed things up, right? So now every week until the Founders campaign goes live, we will do a video update, like the one that got released yesterday. I think we also prefer them to release them on a Thursday instead of like 1 hour before the live stream.
Well, yeah, there was some technical difficulties with editing. I kept editing, and somehow, I don't know, DaVinci, I don't know what it is, but I added something, there's an adjustment layer, and every time at the end of an adjustment layer, it was just boop, flickering. It's like, I don't even why. So apparently it's maybe caching and whatever, but it's fixed in the latest video, so that's good. I still have plenty of time for that to fix it last moment. But yeah, the plan is Thursday is going to be the day. Yeah. For all
and this update is actually fantastic when you look at how Calder does the presentation, right? He's so calm, but not too slow, and he's very clear with his wording, and his story is nice, and it's I think
it's like
one of Calder's
watching a
best
documentary.
updates, yeah.
That's why I said on the background, like, wow, like a documentary. Very nice.
And you in the video as well, Sander, doing the reenactment of what happens in the factory.
Of course, yeah. Yeah, I was like, there was like it was such a long video. It's like under 5 minutes still, but there was like so much talking. I was like, I need some B-roll, but we don't have B-roll available, so gotta put something in between. And I actually, well, I was supposed to maybe include another clip, but I thought that would just break up the whole, flow of the video, because that was too many memes as well, but also for the kicking the package way, the delivery man tests, We're talking about, for context, we're talking about all these kind of tests, humidity test about the ADHD, the packaging, drop test, whatever, all kinds of tests. And I thought, why not include like a delivery man test? Because the delivery man always considers like these packages to be like a football and they're all just kicking around everywhere. So I thought like maybe that's fun to include. But, you know, Calder's calm way of presenting everything, yeah, I should keep it like that, not maybe make it too wild.
Talking about a delivery man, I am always at home, right? And all the delivery guys in the area, when they come to this neighborhood, they know like, hey, Erik is at home. So when the packages for the neighbors, they always drop them off at my place. That's fine, right? Last week, a guy from a delivery company came and he was like, yeah, I have some packages for your neighbors. I was like, sure, bring them in. And he comes back with like 5 boxes for like number 66, 44, 82, whatever. And I live at number 16. And I was like, hey, these aren't my neighbors, right? I mean, my neighbors like left and right next door, but this is like 2 blocks down the road. That's not, that's something I want to do because I'm not a post office, right? I know what his response was. Yeah, but now nobody's home. What should I do? It's like, I don't know. It's your job, figure it out. What
you should officially set up a postal pickup point there.
Yeah, and you gotta get like 50 cents per package, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's a few euros again.
It was an autumn also so awkward. It was this local pickup point at somebody's house. And it was like this woman had like this mobile phone and she had to like scan the package and it never works. Like, not working.
And then she just manually fills in the barcode every time. Yeah. Flamey cracking up his first beer. Yeah! Oh damn! I'm kind of it makes me a bit tempting to get a beer as well, but then I'd have to walk to my fridge, and that's a bit of a problem. No, it's not doable. And I'm working. I may not drink meanwhile work.
No, especially when the boss is around.
Exactly. I also get stare downs.
Do we have a general idea of when the 8HE is coming out? But we have a general idea of when the 8HE is coming out. But we're not gonna we're not gonna share anything. It will definitely drop somewhere. Well, it will be on your desk if you really want it somewhere this year. But like Calder mentioned in the previous video and the video beforehand, we're now making some changes to the moldings or to the molds, and we have to see what the results are, and we have to redo a lot of tests. And depending on how fast these tests and results go, the quicker we can do the Founders campaign and delivery. But I do think what we originally had in plan when it comes to delivery, that's still something that's feasible in that same time period.
Yeah, there's so many things changing up and needed to be checked that it's now a bit unsure to say a date. So yeah. You also make a Wooting plushie. Really switchy. Erik, when Swishy plushie? We need the merch back, man. I need my whole closet to be Wooting merch and nothing else because I can't be bothered also to buy clothing.
Look, I have these little stickers.
Oh yeah.
Let's really focus. Hey,
Switchy, my man.
Yeah.
Someone actually won with the end of the year live stream the Switchy plate. I actually have to ask him how it actually looks like because it has been delivered. There's a notification, but I have no clue how it actually looks like IRL. So I'm really curious. Yeah, I'm gonna ask him right now on Discord.
You do that. Yeah, Switchy is the unofficial mascot of Wooting. We joke around with him internally and we do some fun things, but who knows one day. Switchy, cutest thing ever. Yeah, it definitely would be a nice, cute plushie, but making plushies, making anything else besides keyboard is quite difficult. And I remember with the first Kickstarter, it really gave me headaches when we had like these t-shirts as well, and we had to get them in different sizes, and you have to check things around, and it's a whole different world. And also doing merchandise, right? It's
a lot of stuff extra.
It's a lot of extra stuff, and especially if you now see what we're doing with the company, right, and the products we're making, I think it's more fun to make an 8HE than hats or t-shirts or whatever.
I mean, it saves me money on buying clothing, so.
Hey, there was a time where I only had like Wooting t-shirts because there were like some left from the Kickstarter, and I still had like these t-shirts and rocked them every day.
But what about a Wooting mouse? And this is a question that comes by every live stream pretty much, and also quite often in a YouTube descriptions or Twitter, or YouTube comment sections and Twitter. But yeah, we don't do anything right now for that. It will be cool, but first keyboards, get the market there, all the different sizes we would like and what the people would like, and then it's like, okay, then we can see maybe if we can make a mouse. It would be cool because it also saves me buying a mouse. I am a Dutch guy after all.
But what keyboard are you using?
I am using a Wooting keyboard.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's here. Because my other keyboard doesn't have a PCB that has to get replaced.
Nice.
No, I do use the Wooting keyboard for games. Only the thing I'm always missing with the keyboards, like everybody's talking about TKL or 75, but that's not like the biggest issue. The biggest issue is tactile switches. That's the biggest issue. That's why you guys should complain and harass us for tactile switches, because then I can be like, yeah, I agree.
I'm seeing here Keychron mouse, a good example of why not to do it. But I think the Keychron mouse, that's just like a OEM mouse, right? That I think it was also like
Probably,
pretty cheap.
yeah.
I think it's like you can get it for like 40 euros or something. It's I don't know if it's good or bad.
Yeah,
but
it's really cheap, so I'm really wondering if it's any good, because the mouse I got was like 150, which
oh wow,
is
they have a lot of mouse
overkill.
now. I thought they only had one mouse, but they have like
What?
a lot of different mouse.
Oh my god. Keychron edited a mouse game as well, just pumping them out.
Yeah.
Oh,
This is
my
what I
God.
really love about Keychron. They have like a different keyboard layout every week. It's fantastic.
So crazy.
Do Wooting employees get a free keyboard? Yeah, of course. Everybody at Wooting gets a
Yes.
free keyboard, right? Yes.
I got like 8. No, but that's for events. So I keep saying that every time as well. It's also for events. So I bring along with events here in the Netherlands or Germany or whatever to showcase them as well, of course. So yeah.
Oh, look at here, Connor, the Razer CEO. Are you working on new technologies behind the scenes, or are you trying to improve the current ones? We are always improving, right? So we're always researching, developing, and testing things behind the scenes. And sometimes it's smart to share developments early, and sometimes it's not, right? Especially with a lot of competitors out there. And let's say we have a new feature in the works that we really like, and we think like, hey, this is going to be epic and can be as impactful as Rapid Trigger or just Activation Point, let's say. Then it's not so smart to talk about it now until it's finished. Otherwise, competitors just like, okay, let's copy this because Wooting is epic.
Yeah.
And we're also on the lookout, right, for new technologies and testing things, and if you can change things up with sensors, MCUs, PCBA, and that kind of stuff. So there's always something going on in the background, but nothing I'm gonna share at this point. I'm not Carl, right? So I'm not gonna leak anything.
No, and of course we have the update video. So we have a whole planning of update videos weekly, and every week we will update you guys on the progress, but also on features and what makes the ATHE the ATHE. So be patient. Weekly we have something showing up for you guys, and Color is just giving you more in-depth information about them, because if I'm probably going to share it now on, of course, the live streams, I could probably do it every week, and now we have Calder to do that for us.
So this is a very interesting question. How long in advance do you all plan designs and or prototype each keyboard? And it really depends on the product and the need for the product to release, let's say. And so for example, the Woah, we started working on the Woah last year in September, I think. That's when we started like talking with these pro players and influencers and seeing like what Woah players like and what OS players like, right? And that's when we started like, okay, we need to make a free key device and want to add this kind of stuff. And then we had like a rough prototype end of December. And then in April, we did, the campaign, and we delivered in July, right? So that was like very quickly from idea until final product within 10 months. That was really fast.
Yeah.
At the same time, when you look at the ATHE, we decided on this original layout, I think in 2022 somewhere.
Yeah,
Yeah,
beginning. It
yeah.
was January of 2022.
Insane. And then we, at least Kevin spent like almost a year crafting a design and putting in some new things like this whole gasket mount system, which is sort of hybrid between a gasket mount and O-ring system, and you can do both. And we really did some focus on acoustics and feeling and design, and this whole design of the case, it shifted around through the time being, but there was no need for us to really push this product out there, and we wanted to add some more things to it that will be revealed later, closer to the founders campaign or during the founders campaign, which took a little bit more time. And we decided somewhere this year, like, okay, we're going to really push this project out there, because after the UWU, we're going to introduce the module and then the 8HE. And I think originally we wanted the 8HE to happen somewhere in October or November, the founders campaign, and start talking about it. The thing is, we were at that point a little bit swamped with customer service, and it didn't feel right that we were so far behind customer service and developing the business to now push this product out there. So we decided, like, okay, let's push a little bit forward until we are as a company ready for it. So we are constantly making products in the background and doing different things, and depending on the need of the market, we accelerate certain products because we have more ideas in the pipeline, and sometimes they just, they don't come to fruition, or they stay sort of in a development cycle. And I think a nice example are mouse pads, like mouse pads and desk mats. We've been struggling for years to make our vision for these mouse pads a reality, and we canceled this project I think already 3 times, and the last time when we did it was like early 2023. We said, like, we're not going to do it anymore. And 2 months ago, I heard something like, hey, there's this new thing and maybe we can use it. So, we're diving into it. And, and so the mouse pads, that's not a secret that we've been doing stuff here with it. But some other products, we don't want to share anything yet because maybe they don't come to fruition or whatever. So it really depends on the product, how long we plan designs or work ahead.
Yeah. We don't want to make high expectations already from the beginning. That's not how you pronounce. Thank you for that. How are you guys planning to tackle low availability of the 60HE? By making more. But people keep buying more, so it's like it's a constant battle, and we are really doing our best, and we I think we've said it like 4 times last year. Oh, in 2 months we're definitely gonna have stock because we've now produced so many kilo in one go, and then it's like, oh, this Japanese influence, like, oh, ni hao, best kilo. Last year, April was the first time we thought, boys, we got him.
Yeah,
we got him, and then shit happened.
No, but so. We're doing our best, right? So we keep on pumping out keyboards, pushing the envelope, and at least the UWU is in stock, and I think the Wooting 2HE as well. Just the 60, it's in such a crazy demand. It's really difficult to keep up, but yeah, we're really doing our best. Erik, is a white alloy sync case possible? It is possible. Everything is possible. Did we talk about sync alloy case? I think we did, right?
Yeah.
No, that's. I know what the update will be in like 2 weeks. So just wait until 2 weeks.
Wait until 2 weeks. The video did say, which I kind of cut out, is that we are looking into it more. Yeah, but 2 weeks, what's it gonna be?
Will there in the future be more layouts options for the 6HE module, like 7U spacebar and split backspace? We don't have anything planned,
No.
And maybe keep on requesting these things, and if enough people request, then definitely something we can look into making these modules. But nothing other planned now.
Does your camera not know how your face looks like?
No, I don't think so. It's really
just like,
right? Like, oh, maybe I should open my eyes more. It's like, focus on my eyes. Perfect. Okay.
Does the HE uses the same super fast switches as the 60HE? Well, it definitely uses the same switches, yeah.
Yes. Are there any
Digimon
chances that the Wooting will have a KNOB in the future? Knob. Maybe.
Oh.
Maybe.
Oh.
Maybe
Knob.
we'll be knobheads.
Calling us a knob, hey? Oi.
Mousepad? I think it talked about the mousepads. We're not going to talk about the mousepad. Wooting mouse.
Yeah, for
Okay.
those who are wondering, like for the different weights, Manston already said it in the comments, but we are actually bringing out a kit that has a lot of different weights inside of it, so you can choose whatever you would like. Or is it a box of mix of everything, or is it like one for each? I thought everything, right?
Sorry, I wasn't listening.
Eriku-san?
wasn't listening.
Is it a box of a variation of L30 to L100, or is it like... so I can't remember exactly what it was again. It's of a variation, or it is like one for each. Wait. Spring pack says different spring weights. Yeah, right. Okay, then I had it correct. In case I say something different.
I think we will have 6 different spring packs, right?
Oh, no, I don't know anymore. Mark said, oh wait, has different, yeah, the spring pack says different weights, but it's one pack you buying. I don't think...
That idea got scrapped like a long time ago. It's like a one, I think... Oh, Mark, we need to battle this out.
Yeah, I don't even anymore. I can't keep up.
Maybe it's... No.
Fight me. Wooting fight, we're gonna organize it. Who wants to buy tickets?
Fight me.
I mean, boxing matches is always a thing on YouTube, so might as well just do a Wooting boxing
one box
live stream.
No. Now, so this annoys me.
What? What's up?
I think...
When white coiled cables. We're working on it. Hopefully soon. I think they're coming to the warehouse any moment, so...
We will have 6 different spring weights sold separately. So there isn't like one box with all variants in it.
Oh, I thought...
But maybe right now I'm doubting because there are 6 individual boxes, but maybe we combine them together into one product.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So. No, I don't think so because every product has its own SKU and Eon and stuff. So I think we will sell them separately.
All of them in one.
Let me check this internally.
And we should definitely check this correctly with everybody. I think Boxing Night, yes, I want to fight Tony. You want to fight Tony because he's getting more keyboards than you have. I saw the comment, you want to prohibit him from getting more keyboards. But I mean, we don't give him for free. He buys them, so we're losing revenue if we prohibit him from buying keyboards. So that's not a smart move. So you two, battle it out.
I think this is... Here's an interesting question. How do you feel about all the copies that are popping up in the market and how do you plan to stay ahead? I think that's... I think you're answering your own question there, right? So they're copies, and so far none of these copies or people who also implement like analog keyboards, right? None of them really added new features or did something new what we already haven't done. So it literally is that they are copying us and not really innovating there, right? And I think for the market, that's great, right? Because there are some very cheap alternatives out there that maybe they aren't so good, but I think for the some keyboards are definitely a bang for your buck, right? And how Mark always says it, we are not participating in this race to the bottom. And what we want to do is make like impactful and fun products. And I think moving forward, every time we come up with something new or something innovative, we're gonna put it in a keyboard, and then within a few months, other companies will copy it. And at some point, there will somebody who will surpass us when it comes to features or innovation, but I don't see it happen anytime soon. And I think at this point, we sort of, we have to see and wait where it goes. But I'm pretty confident that we made a splash in the market, and over the years we took a certain market share, and I think we're still slowly growing within that market share, and especially with the 8HE coming out there and some new things, that's Yeah, we definitely.
I mean, the tech industry always goes rapidly, so you never know what's gonna come. I mean, people didn't expect the Wooting to be happening like that. So yeah.
No, it's true. And I think what's now in the pipeline, and when you look at it a year from now, then you'll see what if we are still ahead with the things we plan to do and how we want to innovate.
Read a bit of a backstory, but I might have missed something. But where did the name Wooting come from? Well, Wooting, Calder explained it in the video of what Spaza.
He did?
Yeah, he did. And it was kind of in a way like it comes from Woot, as in we own the other team. And then I was like, oh, that's good shit, I guess. And then Ing behind it.
Yeah. Yeah, we made a verb out of it, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, Wooting, get owned. Yeah, we used to be like in the chat rooms, right, where you killed someone. It's like, oh, Woot.
Yeah, it was just a big thing, and always saying noob, but noob is now not a thing anymore. Now, if you say noob, it feels like almost kind of boomerish.
These days, it's GG easy, right? GG easy.
GG easy, exactly. But if you say that the fella or in Overwatch, you get like this wholesome chat now, because they have like some filtering in it, so to avoid any toxic behavior, which is kind of funny.
Personally, I always choose companies like you that actually has passionate people trying to do something new. Yeah, that's great. Thank you. Yeah, I like that. 8HE is terrible. Well, thanks, great.
Thank you.
How long? Yeah, I mean, this is good, right? It's nice that people dislike or like it, and it's very good for us to hear and know and what the status quo is, and people really like this, and we're trying our best. And how long did it take to develop the utility software? Well, years and years, right? So it's not that we designed this in a weekend or in a month, and it's a evolving process, and that's also something you can now see in the utility, right? Where over the years new things get added, which made it sort of a little bit inconsistent when it comes to UI elements. That's something we are now also brushing behind the scenes and updating that. But it's a process of years, right? And it will also continue to develop, and new features will come out through the years. So why are people here like any news on the 8HE alloy white zinc case? What's like white zinc case? What did Calder do?
2 weeks. 2 weeks, then you'll know more.
Damn. So okay,
Video,
so
YouTube.
So everybody here is prodding for like leaks and stuff, and here's like 6HE v2 and zinc alloy case and mouse pads and switches and stuff. So, and let's not poke, so I don't overstay my welcome. But let's talk about the last update, right? The one
the gasket mount
just came out, the gasket mount. And
the gasket mount.
Any questions about the gasket mount? I think I saw something related earlier on where somebody asked, will the 8HE in its current form fit different cases, or what cases does it fit? And I think how we now made this gasket mount, whether we went for a standard TKL size or 75, or what we now have, the 8HE, I don't think it would have been compatible with any cases, because first of all, the whole TKL market isn't as standardized as it is with the 60% or 65%, even 75, right? There are like different variants of various cases. So you would never be there to please anyone or everyone. Plus the way how we did the gasket mount, so it's now a gasket mounted system, but you can also friction fit it in a case if you had a O-ring around it. And these two options make it really a cheap option for case makers to make cases for this layout and keyboard. But it also means that it's not compatible with anything out there yet. I think so. No, I don't think there's anything out there that it will be compatible with. But hopefully when time progresses, right, and if the 8HE is just like 10% as popular as the 6HE, well, then definitely some cases will at some point pop up. Yeah.
With the Wooting shipment warehouse, I'm just pick up my Wooting if that's chill. I mean, we have one in Las Vegas and somewhere in the Netherlands, but I'm not sure if they would allow you to go in even at all or get a product there.
So we don't do our own logistics. We use a 3PL system. That's how it's called. And there's just like a fulfillment center that has like our keyboards in stock, or where we ship our keyboards once they're produced, and they make sure that everything gets packed and shipped away. A few years ago, we still did it ourselves in our little office in Arnhem, but that became, I think you need like 5 people full time if you want to ship these quantities and all the overhead that comes with it. So that's why I work with a 3PL system. So there's no way you can pick it up there.
Mm-hmm. Any plans or thoughts about making a fight stick like a Razer Kitsune or Hitbox?
Stop with the prodding. We're going to talk about gasket mounts.
I just say thoughts. Or thoughts.
Thoughts. Yeah, thoughts. Rapid Trigger feels like something that would work well with fighting games. Fight stick market, yeah. Yeah, these arcade pads, levelers arcade pads or fight pads, or I think the big brand is also Hitbox, right? They make like very cool devices, and it's something Rapid Trigger would definitely make sense in, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe we should develop something, right? And I can buy like Tekken 8 on the company and play Tekken 8 because it got released yesterday. And alpha test our product at the same time.
You be our audience. Love if you could choose which like switch you want for the ATG. Well, you can actually do that with the module. Correct? It doesn't come with switches installed, I believe. No. So we have the Wooting ADHE, which is like the pre-assembled, pre-built keyboard. And we also have the module. So then you have the case and the module inside, but no switches or keycaps. So then you can actually choose what you actually want.
Yeah, so we call it bare bones.
Bare bones, yeah. Sorry, yeah, bare bones, yeah.
So you will have the case and the whole module inside, but no switches, whatever, because it's like also Hall effect switches popping up left and right? And some of them are compatible with our keyboard. So it's nice that if you don't like our lacquer switches and want to go for something aftermarket, or you already have your own keycaps, then it's something you can do with the ATHEs. That's nice. Yeah. Hope you guys fix your shitty AT and will give what do community want. Provide feedback and let us know what you would like to see instead of the shit we've now made. We'll buy the 60 HE module in 3 months when I have the money. Nice.
It's also worth discussing that the website, because we also put the 60 HE Plus now.
Yeah.
It's also worth discussing that.
Yeah, that's actually
even more
quite nice
silent release.
So we have something that we call the 6HE Plus, and the reason why we call it 6HE Plus, it's like exactly the same thing as the normal 6HE. The only difference is the plate allows for screw and stabilizer. No, the plate.
The PCBA together. They have been reworked.
So what we're using is actually we're using the PCBA from the 6HE Plus module, and we're now putting it in the stock 6HEs. And that means that people can add their own screw and stabilizers. So by default, stock version, it will come with plate-mounted stabilizers. And like I mentioned, it's just like the same keyboard as it used to be. Only now the option for users to add this screw and stabilizers. And why we want to make this like this very distinct difference is at some point people are like, hey, I've read that you can add screw and stabilize, but it doesn't work. It's like, hey, what 6HE do you have? Yeah, the normal one, not the plus one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so this plus is for screw and stabilizers.
Yes. Can I use it as pizza topping?
Don't do it.
What did he mean with pizza topping? What?
Switches.
A switch. I mean, you can use anything for pizza topping. It's just a matter of, is it healthy and delicious or whatever. I'd recommend not doing so, but hey, I can't stop you. There's been crazier things going on.
Any plans to re-release a new version of the 2HE? We don't have anything planned, but at some point, we need to refresh, like you mentioned, 2HE, because it's sort of falling behind when it comes to acoustics and that kind of stuff compared to the rest. And we now have more experience with keyboards, right? So it's definitely something we will explore in the future to get a new full size to replace the 2HE in the longer term, but nothing anytime soon.
You guys sponsor small streamers, YouTubers, and gamers. Would you do it in a future? For now, we don't sponsor anyone actually. No, we don't. Now and then we do like small events. We sponsor it, but and now and then also for the small kids. So what I do sometimes is sometimes a small creator. Organizes an event or a YouTube content event, and he wants us to sponsor like prizes, for instance, like a Wooting or Wooting 60HE, and those things we now and then actually do. But we don't do a whole lot of monetization sponsorships. No.
Horrible.
Besides the event sometimes. But
okay. Yes. How is the gasket mount going to affect usability of the switches? Most gasket mounts have a little bounce. Not sure how it feels when using rapid trigger switches. It feels great. Every gasket mount keyboard, if you test it, it's different, right? And a lot of gasket mount keyboards out there also have like these, what is it, like RF4 plates? I'm saying it right? With like cutouts there, with like flex cuts. And those keyboards really,
those flex a lot.
Yeah. And with the 8HE, you have your PC plate, your silicone sandwich pad, and a PCBA. And it definitely will have some flex, but not that much, I would say. It's more like it.
Well, it's also the PCB and the plate of the 8HE is combined, so they are stuck to each other. So there's not really much flex towards the PCB and the switches per se. It's mostly the whole module that actually moves up and down. That's it more.
And it sounds really weird that if there's like flex or is it whatever, but it is really comfortable to type on, especially if you bottom out your keys quite a lot, especially if you do gaming, right? It's actually it's a pretty nice feeling, and it really improves the acoustics of the keyboard as well, because it really it sort of mute, I wouldn't say mute, but it sort of gets like it takes the sharp edge of the higher tones and the lower tones, and it makes sort of a richer sound.
Yeah, and also more balanced, because you don't have like we had in the 60HE, for instance, or any tray mounted. You always have fixed points, and those always make the sound a bit different on different places. So that's why, for instance, if you press the H button but then press the enter or shift, whatever, if it's on different places, usually with tray mount you get a little bit of a different sound signature from it, and with gasket mounted you get a more even sound overall the whole board.
So it's really difficult to explain this without experiencing it, but it's really in my opinion it's more comfortable compared to a tray mount, and it's not annoying or anything or over the top. It's just like just enough to to flex.
Why was silicone chosen for the gaskets?
I
think mostly also I
like silicone.
I'm not exactly why. I mean, Color is always fan of silicone, but I think it's also because it's you can have different flexibility in silicone. So you can have a softer silicone. You can also have a really hard silicone. So you can make it firm or really soft.
It's a very easy material to work with, right? Because you can make a lot of unique shapes with it, and like someone mentioned, the difference in hardness is quite nice.
Because Color also described it in a video we just published, like plans for. He mentioned it as well, like having down the line some variation in softness.
And like I mentioned earlier in the stream, for everybody who doesn't know, in the next couple of weeks we will update the ATHG page, and a new video will come out every week talking about different topics and different aspects of the ATHG until we reach the launch campaign. So there's even more to come.
Mm-hmm. Big W for doing streams like this, answering questions from the community. Appreciate it. Hey, we of course appreciate your questions and feedback as well. So it's a win-win for the both of us.
Yeah, I also like to comment above it. 6HG arrived a week ago, and I've been gaming competitively for 20 years now, and I have to say, you now have a lifelong customer. Thank you.
Aw, awesome. Aww. Thank you, man. Can you do a break in stream so I can watch the video? Oh, you can watch the video afterwards, man.
Erik, may I ask you what your background is when it comes to UX design? I love UX design and everything about Wooting's website and tools. So I did communication multimedia design in the Netherlands, and with a specialization towards UX and some of it, not UX, something else. And I think the UX mindset, how we approach it with Wooting, is like we want to make everything as simple as possible and really customer or user oriented. And I must also say, since a year ago or something, a few months ago, we hired Paula, and Paula is now a UX designer, she focuses on the utility. She also made the module webpage, and now we also have Finn working for us. He's also a UI UX person, and he's mostly focused on the website. And these two are already more talented than I ever was, and especially when it comes to design, right? So maybe so that's
communication and multimedia design hasn't taught you enough.
No, and I think moving forward, and especially what you will see the upcoming year, everything will be more tightly designed, more thought of, and it will actually become better. Yeah. But yeah, thanks. I mean, we definitely spend a lot of time in UX, and there's always something to improve. But
and of course, the fact that we never want to do any bloatware in it, or like advertisement crap and whatever that's not really relevant to the user. I mean, it could be relevant for maybe like getting a purchase out of it, I guess, but not for per se change settings, of course. If you open some settings for other keyboards or whatever, then our software for that matter, then they try to cram it as much as possible.
Yeah, right. It's I can't remember whose software it was, but a while ago, it was one of these big brands. I'm not gonna name names, but I opened it, and every time I open it's like a pop-up of a new product they have, or it's like, in the menu it's like, you want a mouse, you go to the website and buy, and sure, that's fine, but it's kind of scummy, right?
There's so many ways to do those things.
Okay. Are we gonna get a gasket mount for the 60HE Plus? Well, we don't have anything planned yet for 60HE.
No.
And I think it's also difficult to make a PCB really hybrid, right? It's either like going to be gasket or it's going to be tray mount, and I don't think you can really add both. And why we still have the tray mount is because the tray mount 60 is by far the most popular version out there, and it has a lot of cases and modern capabilities there. So nothing planned for a gasket mount.
It requires also a bit of an overhaul, of course, if you want to make it work, which is time we are definitely not having right now.
Yeah. Are there going to be more lacquer switches and more modding stuff in general for the 60HE Plus? Yes. So we're always, in the lookout and experimenting with new switches or switch types. And something that we'll release soon is like a spring pack with different weights, individual packs. So if you want to get like, hey, I really want to get a heavy spring with like a 100-gram force, well, then we got you.
We just removed some pens, the springs from pens, and just chucked them in there. And it's like, here you have heavy switches or springs.
Any plans for Razer Tartarus V2? I think you should ask Razer for a new version of that. It's not something we have in the pipeline.
The Wooting version of the Tartarus.
Sure. No, nothing.
No, nothing.
will the 8HE be better than the Razer Huntsman V3 Pro TKL? I would say yes, but then again, I'm biased, right? So if you are on the fence, I would say wait a few months until the 8HE is released. Then reviewers will come out and they can give you like a fair judgment which keyboard is better. But if I now have to judge it, I would say like, yeah, we're gonna win this easier, but you know, I'm biased.
Easy.
GG easy, GG easy.
Yeah, but always for buying new products, I mean, you can hear it for us, but we will always say, of course, that our product is good, of course. And so that always reviews for every product. Always check in the reviews. And plenty of reviews. Don't go by one reviewer, but watch multiple to see what they say. Because that's always the best source of information for that.
Definitely. But I must say, I don't think did I test the Razer Huntsman V3? I tried out a Razer keyboard.
The custom one?
No, I don't know. Do you remember the one Calder had at his place?
But the more custom-like one, right?
Yeah, I think so. I was quite surprised to be honest. For Razer making a keyboard like this, it's especially what they used to make and where they're now at. I mean, kudos where kudos be given. It is pretty. Out of the box, it's a pretty nice feeling for their reach and a gamer-focused keyboard. So it's not bad.
And it had pre-installed tactile switches. It was, but it wasn't the Hall effect keyboard or anything, of course. But
I think it was the V3 Pro TKL that I checked.
V4. I believe it was like the V4 or something. I'm not sure even anymore, but
Yeah, also the keycaps were pretty nice. And I think they also had tape mode, right? Was it that one? The one with tape mode as well inside? No, never mind. How do you balance innovation with practicality in keyboard design? Well, you don't, right? So you just decide like, hey, we want to make this and we want to push the envelope this way and we want to try new things. And I think that's something we do internally, and Kevin as well, right? So Kevin goes to the extreme of trying new things, and he's always like trying things, experimenting with designs and stuff. And that's why he came up with the strap for the 6HE, which was quite, I mean, can you say it's innovative? It's different. It's quite nice. And also with the 8HE and the gasket mount style we went for, and being a hybrid style O-ring mounts and some other things under the hood. It's
Erik, do you think it would be cooler if the case design of all keyboard models were the same?
No, I don't think so. What you can see with the Wooting 1 and Wooting 2, they were like pretty alike. And then with the 6HE, we decided to go for tray mount, a little bit different. So it was like a floating key design, but more in design. And we still kept like the chin at the front, right? So the 6HE stock case, which I don't have anywhere laying around.
Yeah, let me just look at it.
It has like still the little slope at the front, but then it's like a outside slope, so it's like a little roof. And the reason why we didn't make it one with the case is because then you have like hollow space that only adds like a hollow sound to the whole acoustics. And we now focused more on also acoustic sound and feeling of the keyboard. And I think you shouldn't always like make the same design, right? It's nice to go off the beaten path and try something new, but still try to make it as appealing for a broad audience as possible. And yeah, that's something we like to do, and also a little bit different, right? So you have the 6HE with the bright yellow strap. If there's like a professional player who has the strap installed, you can definitely see like, hey, man, that's a 6HE.
Or the cable they use.
Or the cable, you can also see the cable. That's also pretty unique. And with the 8HE, right, it's going to be quite similar. It has like this unique case design, and you can also see like the little light bar there and the 4-key cluster, and that's also something that will be recognizable. And I think if you look at Corsair, for example, SteelSeries or Razer, you can spot their keyboards from a mile away and think like, hey, that's a Razer keyboard as well, because they have like such a
distinct look.
Distinct look, yeah. no, that's not something we like to do. We like to, do something new and experiment and see how it goes.
Yeah. Also, a fun question, like what keyboards you guys used for the gaming before the Wooting keyboards? That's maybe for both of us. For both of us.
There's only one keyboard that's good. That's getting close to the Wooting 6-digit. That's the Logitech G15, the original one.
I remember so many people actually. Was that the one with the screen on top of it?
Yeah, it's
yeah. I remember a lot of people getting that.
But then, like the original, had like a little flip-out screen, and like a little media dial and extra buttons. It had like a whole row on the side with macros, and
it was crazy.
It's wild.
I'm missing that a bit from Logitech, man. I feel like Logitech should do something like that as well. Like I family of my girlfriend is like, I used to have the Logitech G15, and it was like I want that screen again. I miss it. It's like, where is it? Yeah, I've been using before Wooting. I had several keyboards actually, because I joined Wooting in 2021, so I was a bit late. I didn't know of Wooting since then. I used to have a Black Widow from Razer, with the silent switches because I couldn't stand the loud ass green switches, and then I swapped over to Corsair, like the MX Silent with the MX Silent switches, and then to Glorious with their TKL keyboard, and then Mountain. Mountain with the big ass with the attachments and whatever. That one was really cool. I loved that one. But
the Claymore, is Claymore right, where you can sort of swap around.
That's the Asus. Asus is that one,
okay.
the Claymore. But Mountain is the Mountain Everest. That's it. And you can
Mount
also
Everest.
swap it around and with screens. That was also such a dope keyboard. But I got them because I did YouTube review videos, so I got several keyboards in. And honestly, I didn't know a whole lot of it. So every time I got one, I was like, oh no, this is so epic, this is so nice. But now I got more knowledge. But then swapped it over. Well, my other keyboard right now, my actual full-on expensive custom keyboard, that's still waiting the PCB. So that's soon. For the typing, not for the gaming. The gaming, I always stick to the Wooting. But for the typing, I need me tactiles.
Don't like to type in a Wooting. Yeah. So I also read the question here, like, why didn't we went for a classic TKO and instead like shaved off a little bit? We think some of those keys weren't like really necessary, so we just shaved them off because not a lot of people use them. Plus the TKO format is, I wouldn't say done to death, but there's definitely something else out there, right? And just being unique in a way, and there is some aspects that will maybe make sense down the road more instead of now, but it's I think we also wrote like a piece on a website why we made this. I think I'll word it pretty nicely.
Yeah, please. So I can look up the link to send to you guys. Yes, just the ATHG page. I cannot sign. I haven't signed in even. Wow. Okay. I can go live, but I'm not signed in. This is crazy. Okay.
Let me link it. Here it is.
Go to the my hero. So there on the page, if you scroll down to the bottom, you can actually see the explanation about it all. Maybe I have like a full blog post around it as well. Ooh, I don't.
We ever make an Alice layout? What's an Alice layout?
Alice layout is like the split or the angled one, which is, I never used one. I still want to try. I don't want to buy one because I'm afraid I don't like it, but I still want to try it out and see how my brain will process everything, and just, it will be such an interesting experience.
I think it's pretty cool. There's so many fun and interesting ergonomic or weird shape layouts out there.
Yeah, I like the Digma rays on the sides. They have tented. That's also pretty sick.
Yeah, you also have Keyboardio. That's also pretty nice. With the butterflies. Yeah, Keyboardio. You don't know Keyboardio?
Oh, I don't actually know.
Yeah, it's also pretty. They also make like this split keyboard. And very high end. And Yeah, it's pretty sick. And the people behind it, I think it's a couple. I
It's like a
forgot his name.
hobby. What they're doing.
Well, I wouldn't say a hobby. It's of course a real business, but they all really have a passionate when it comes to split keyboards and what they do in general. And I think it's it's pretty cool what they do. They're also very open and transparent when it comes to their business and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's something
That's good.
I can really appreciate.
Does the 80HE sound better than the 60HE? Something more similar to mechanical custom? That's something I cannot really comment on because I don't have one here to judge. We don't have a final version yet with everything installed and whatever. Still in the process of doing so until then we don't know anything how it exactly sounds like.
Mine is in 20 pieces, so I can't judge as well. No, but it's yeah, it definitely sounds different than a 60HE, right? 60HE being a tray mount, this being a gasket mount, it's definitely a different sound profile. Is it better? I think so. I mean, we're always doing better, right? Yeah. But there will be sound tests and audio clips, whatever.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Honestly, I have been letting those down a little bit with the module and whatever. I want to do a lot more sound tests for that, but those take so much time, and I fortunately didn't have it. But thankfully, Bad C-Tech also came to the rescue with his video about doing the tests and stuff. So yeah, but definitely, I want to do for every product keyboard related. I want to just do like a sound test of it because I think it's really important for those who want to buy a keyboard to know how it sounds like. So for the 60H or for the 80HE, I will definitely make a sound test for it, as well as in the launch campaign. It's going to be a small sound test in there as well. Yeah. And I saw a question like the 80HE, the zinc alloy case, if it also will be in gray. Well, if you guys...
that's different than white.
Yeah, I mean the Mao way of the 60HE, if we can also do it for the 80HE. But it's something you guys have to be requesting, and we can always, of course, maybe we can do like a poll what the most high demand is.
I think with zinc alloy, a big flaw here is that you cannot anodize it like you can with a full aluminum case. And what was the Mao again? It was made, how was the process called again?
Micro arc oxidized.
Yeah. That's also not possible with a zinc alloy case. So you cannot get like the same finish and effect. But there are different things you can do with a zinc alloy case, right? And more info in 2 weeks, I guess.
Well, the 80HE will be dishwashable. Well, funny story actually.
Does it still work?
This keyboard has been in a dishwasher. It's so clean. It used to be full with salt. So the video I've uploaded, this keyboard was screwed over. There was so much salt, and this is also the keyboard I used for the keyboard cleaning video. So there has been like a lot of gunk of energy drink and Cheetos all just in the switches. So the plate and everything I cleaned, but the switches were just so disgusting. But now, after I put it in the dishwasher, damn, this thing be sparkling clean.
But does it still work? Or does your
That's
computer
the question. That's something I still have to find out.
Try it out.
Try it out now. Then there's a spoiler for the video. Hold up.
But whatever happens, just say it works.
Okay. Yes. Because that's good for
I think when the PCBA is dry, then it shouldn't be an issue.
I mean, I have put it in the dishwasher. Was it yesterday or the day before? One about. I think it was 2 days ago. But let's see. I hear a bleep. Wooting pays my new computer. Let's see if I can type. Erik.
Doesn't work.
No, I always have to say it works. Yeah, it works. Definitely.
It works, but don't put your keyboard in the dishwasher.
No, but this thing was also so disgusting. It's like, it was disgusting to the point I couldn't be bothered like getting the switches out and replacing it. So this keyboard was already doomed. It does connect by Windows. It does detect like, oh, boop, new device, but it's not typing. But
maybe on a different profile. Maybe you need to update it, right? It has like
Maybe.
a firmware reset after it was the
Yeah.
dishwasher. All your profiles washed away.
But hey, if you wanna have a keyboard to put it on a wall or something and it's filthy now, you can put it in dishwasher to make it clean. I mean, look at this. Oh my lord, it's so clean. Also, I think the problem. So these are the blank keycaps, which is really old already, of course, the blank keycaps. But I think because of the dishwasher being all hot and stuff, the switches or whatever just expanded because every keycap is cracked. Oh no, not actually every keycap. Oh yeah, well, yeah, they're all cracked. They're all cracked. So I think it all got expanded and it just cracked.
Nice experiment.
It
Don't
was
put
a
your
nice
key in the dishwasher.
experiment, yeah.
And if you do it at 30 degrees.
Yeah, for legal and warranty reasons, do not dishwash it. That's my advice. And everybody's advice. Those are actually PPT keycaps, the blank ones, yeah. But it would be crazy if we actually would make a keyboard dishwasher safe. That would be wild.
There are keyboards that are dishwasher safe, right? So the ones they use in hospitals and stuff, and in some clean environments, and also in some factories where you need to have like a very clean environment where they do like medicine and stuff. There are like keyboards that you can just put like in a dishwasher at I don't know how many degrees to just clean it all and make everything sanitized and stuff. So
I'm gonna check if there's even lube in the Switch now.
No, I don't think so.
I think it all got cleaned up.
And I think you should check also get like your PCBA out because I think there's still probably moisture inside there, and once that's cleared up, then probably the keyboard would work. I think it's in a good state. Okay, let's.
Lube. There's still lube in. Holy shit.
Hey Sander, do you like the weekend?
I like drinking beer in a weekend.
Okay, let's do the thing we always do. 3 questions. We're gonna answer the next 3 questions with truth. We're not gonna lie. We're not gonna deny. Next 3 questions. Okay, here we go.
Have you ever thought about a dust case like Ducky did for the Mecha keyboards? Oh, I got a Slack message if we need it.
Yes, definitely. We have thought about a dust case, and if you purchase, let's say, a Wooting keyboard, there is like a protective cover for shipping, and you can actually use that as a dust cover because in the back we made like holes where your cable can still route through, and so if you want to have a dust cover, you can use that one. Came with the packaging. 65% coming, maybe. Erik face reveal when? Now. Fantastic.
That's what I gave us. What slippers are you wearing? Well, I just put them on again because I had hot feet. I got these fancy boyos. Yeah. How about that?
Any performance difference between a 60HE and an 8HE with latency or stuff? Maybe. Something to look forward to in a update in the future.
Yeah.
We're gonna stay spoiler free stream. That's why Carl is like live stream. Oh, I wanna join. And Carl comes like, no, Carl, please don't. You're gonna spoil everything. All our marketing plans are ruined. What are you doing?
Yes.
No. No, it's fantastic. It's. I think that's it, right, Sander? Let's.
Yeah, I think I dropped some. What do you think? Well, if you drop water on your keyboard, you always just open it up and let it dry, and dry out everything, and then plug it in. Or at least wait 24 hours, I'd say. Make sure it's dry.
Well, at least 48 hours because
48, yeah. Okay, I think we can say that's gonna be it. It's a wrap.
That's it.
It's a wrap. So of course, next week expect another update video.
Yes.
What's gonna be? I don't know. You'll see then. It's gonna be on Thursday, hopefully. It depends on how fast Calder is able to provide me the footage, because he still has to record it. He still has to provide the footage. Hopefully that's on time. And of course, I have to edit it. And hopefully DaVinci won't act up. That would be nice as well.
Who knows?
So yeah.
Thanks everybody for watching.
Yes, thanks everybody for watching.
And we'll see you in the next one.
Indeed. Hey.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, peoples. Have a good